Hey there, today I'm going to share with you 10 different things that you can buy right after Halloween and what you can do with them. So a few of these ideas you may have heard of, but I bet a couple of them still surprise you. Before we get started, you can go ahead and click subscribe right down here. And then also in the eye, I'm going to have a couple of ideas throughout the video of what you can do with these things. Coming in at number 10 on our list are paper sacks. Now these are not only a festive color, but they're also really durable, especially if you compare them to the brown paper sacks that you can get at your local supermarket. They come in fun colors of black, orange, white, purple, and green. Not a Christmassy green, but a good Halloween-y kind of green. One that you could probably use throughout the year for, let's say, party favors, or if your kid has a school trip that he needs to take a lunch on. This is a very good sack to send your lunch in because it can really take a punch and it'll hold up at least until lunchtime, if not all day long. And then I've also used them a lot as hand puppets. Next up is number 9, and it's tiny toys. And I know what you're thinking. Bat rings, spider rings, skeletons. What am I going to do with those all year long? Well, I'm not thinking of those. I'm thinking of those thin, cute bracelets that you can put in party bags. The tiny jars of bubbles with the little bitty wands on the side of it. And my absolute favorite are the tiny recorders. So all 3 of these toys, you can wrap a present, and in the top of the wrapping paper with the string, you can just slide this right in. And it's something extra that the kid gets. Yes, it may annoy the parents quite a bit, and sorry in advance, but it's a lot of fun. And it's something extra that they get that they wouldn't have really expected. Plus you got it super cheap. Next up for number 8 are cake baking supplies. So I'm thinking cupcake liners, because you can use those for muffins or cupcakes throughout the year. Nobody ever cares really what's on the bottom of it. They just want to eat what's inside of the cupcake. The silicone baking molds you can use as ice cube trays, which I've done a lot, especially the skull and bone ones. Oh my goodness, boys love those. And then crayon molds with the leftover crayons, just fun things that you can do with your kids. My absolute favorite things are the candy bones, the candy eyeballs, even the red and bloodshot ones, the gummy eyes that you can get this time of year, and the giant, and I mean giant packs of sprinkles that you can get for like $1 or $1.50. And these work out so well for those days that you have had enough of your kids' attitude and they have had enough of you just nagging at them, and you can turn a bad afternoon into a good one. Just pop a cake mix into the oven, make cookies out of it, cupcakes out of it, just a whole cake, give them some icing, a ton of sprinkles, and let them make some memories with you and make the day better. Okay, so next up on our list you may not have thought of, and that is pumpkins. And I don't mean the jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat pumpkins. I'm talking about pumpkin pie pumpkins that you can roast. And for some reason, right at November 1st, right after Halloween, pumpkin pie baking pumpkins go on sale. So you can not only eat the seeds, so scoop them out and bake them in the oven, but you can eat the flesh. I usually roast it and I scoop it out and I put 1 to 2 cup portions in a Ziploc bag, and I save it until I need to make pumpkin muffins, a pumpkin pie, pumpkin pancakes, or a pumpkin smoothie, which, oh my gosh, that sounds really good. A pumpkin spice smoothie. I'm going to Google that later. If I can't find a recipe, you may find one on here. Okay, so number 6 on our list are craft supplies. So that would be Chanel sticks, pom-poms, the creepy eyeballs, or the ones with the eyelashes on it. You can find all those really cheap right after Halloween. Also, some fun colored glue. Sometimes you can find that and make some slime out of. My favorite thing to find though is this string. It's very thin, it's very versatile. A lot of times I will wrap birthday presents in brown paper sack and then just wrap this string around it to make it pretty, and here's the recorder that I would probably stick in the top of it just to kind of give them something else and to make it really extra cute. But all of those things, if you have kids, they have projects, you're probably going to need things like that. Okay, so number 5 are spooky decorations. And I'm not talking about the giant things that you can get at the big Halloween stores, because those really don't go on sale like we need them to. I'm talking about like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Walmart. You can get cute creepy, spooky decorations for pretty cheap. If you have somewhere to store it for the next year, then great. Get a tote and pack a few things in there. You could also find some really fun garland that you might be able to use for something else. And for some reason, cheesecloth is usually on sale this time of year also. My favorite thing that I'm gonna try to get on Friday are some teeth. Now these teeth are probably this big. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they are so neat looking. Maybe I'll teach the boys how to brush their teeth and floss better. I don't know. They almost look like vampire teeth because they have the pointed ones in the front, and they're currently priced at $15. I don't want to pay $15. So go out, explore, see what you can find, what you might use for this next year. Number 4 on our list is Halloween candy, and I don't want anything that has any kind of Halloween graffiti on it. No Reese's peanut butter cups in the shape of a pumpkin or a ghost, nothing like that. What I want you to get is the candy that is, it can be fine if it says Halloween on the outside, but the inside wrapper needs to just be normal. You can also find, and I found quite a bit of them last year, giant boxes of whole candy bars. And I mean the regular kind, not the extra large, not the king size, not the giant kind, but the regular candy bars. And maybe if you're my age, you know what regular candy bars are. I don't think kids know anymore. I used those and gave a couple of candy bars to cousins, to the nieces, to the nephews with some money or a gift card. It's something really easy that you can do, that you can give, and you got it pretty cheap because it actually counts as Halloween candy. You can also give it to a teacher or somebody who loves chocolate or loves a certain kind of candy, but just keep your eyes peeled and think about what you can do with them later on. Number 3 on our list, and you may have guessed this one, is costumes and accessories. So accessories even as hairspray. We use the colored hairspray throughout the years for school events when they have like homecoming week, and you can do crazy hair day. And then we also use the costumes because kids love to dress up. Now, until they get to the boring teenage years where everything is stupid, everybody loves to dress up. Girls, boys, it doesn't matter. So buy any kind of beads, some wings, some gloves, if they have some kind of shoes, and you can get these costumes usually 90% off. These also work well, especially depending on what kind you get, for a Christmas present. I like to think ahead. I also like to save money at the same time, and I have bought several Christmas presents at Halloween, you know, like I said, on the candy, the different party favor things that you can do, and with the costumes, that makes a pretty cool Christmas present for a kid. Number 2, I'm thinking more of spring. So number 2 on our list are bugs and snakes. So I pick up all the different bugs and snakes that I can find. Not only will they work if you had a boy party or something like that and you wanted to use them party favors like we did or like we talked about in number 8, but you can also use these for scavenger hunts and things in the spring to get your kids outside, to get them playing in the dirt again, to get them exploring the world that's around them. So I have used these. I have actually made these into different games. We put plaster around a few of them and tried to, you know, pick it off. That was an interesting idea. We've also done sensory bins, just a bunch of different ideas and some things that you might want to think about later on the year when you can get something so cheap. Coming in at the top of our list at number 1, and the last thing, is stationery. Did you see that one coming? Okay, so it does not matter if it says Halloween, if it says boo, if it's a ghost, if it's a witch, what the pencil has on it, as long as it's not a bad word, any of those things. I turn them into little fun kits. So you're gonna get a Ziploc bag, you're gonna put a pen, pencil, marker, maybe even a sharpener in it, whatever you have, some sort of ink pen, some sort of thing to write with, and then a little notebook, some stickers, and maybe even one of those really cute little stamps. So I put them in a bag and then I keep them. And in case my kids have just sat for as long as they could, they've been very good, we're all bored, I get it out and we play one of those dot-to-dot games, or we write secret notes back and forth to each other. And it's worked really well with not only my 14-year-old, but my 6-year-old, and you know what? Not the set of twins yet, because they're only 1, but very soon. But if you're in a waiting room with a few other mothers and their kids are just done, if you hand them one of these little fun kits, It kind of relieves them, gives them something to do. You know, the kid might want to color and scribble or they might not, but it's something a little bit extra, something that you can hand and bless another mother. I hope you loved all these ideas. If you did, you can click subscribe right down here. Also, I have more ideas for you in the eye and a couple of ideas on this side of my face. If you have any other ideas of things that I should have added to this list, you can post it below. And you can find us at brilliantlittleideas.com or on Instagram at brilliantlittleideas.